Hi everyone, so today I'm in Dylan's room. So what started as, I don't know, the walls looked a bit dusty. I was going to clean them, maybe film cleaning his room, Dylan's room. It's turned into, I wish I never come in here, it's disgusting. So far I've half stripped his bed, put the sheets in the washing machine. I've cleaned his walls. And I've cleaned his window and I found green slime. It was disgusting. I hate our windows. They're made out of wood. They're crap and I cannot open his window. I've used WD-40 and it's just a real struggle. I'm going to see my partner would do it, but even he struggles in a bit. So I'm not just going to tidy today. I've put my old clothes on. It's got holes on. They've got paint on. I'm going to do a couple of jobs I should have done ages ago, and I'm going to give this room a good clean. So it's going to get disgusting. It's going to be totally unflattering with me in horrible clothes, but this really needs to get done. I'm not putting it off. So I'm going to, well, I say get started. I've already started. So I'm just going to keep going. So it started with this wall. So I thought I'd dust it and then it wasn't really coming off, so I've used mould and mildew remover. I think it's Astonish one to clean the walls and they look a lot better. But then I realised these shelves are incredibly dusty. I haven't dusted them yet. I've just done the walls and the window. I've pulled his blind up. That window was disgusting. And today I've been putting it off. It's been covered with posters. Dylan knew about it. I'm going to fill in that and then I'll paint it. Because I didn't have any paint and I didn't have the time when I took them metal, I don't know if you remember, I had metal IKEA baskets there. I told Dylan, look, for now let's just cover it with posters, then you don't have to look at it. But today I'm going to fill it. Hopefully I'll be able to paint it in a few hours. I don't know, I'm going to have a look at the thing, see how long it takes. But yeah. And so I've stripped his bed. This is the spray I use for the walls. Well, I've half stripped his bed. And then I discovered a load of dust down there, on the skirting boards, on the floor. I've cleaned the skirting boards up a little bit, but I'm going to do it better in a minute and I'm going to hoover down there. But literally everything needs doing in here. It's just a mess everywhere. Clothes he should have put away are still there. It needs hoovering. He's got dirty washing on the floor. Yeah, so it's going to be just a day in Dylan's room doing a lot of jobs today. Hopefully getting them done. If not, I'm going to have to carry it over to another day. But I'm just going to see what I can get done today. So I'm just using some cheap filler I got from a shop round the corner. I think Poundland has similar stuff. It's like £1 something and it's really good and it always does what I need it to do. So I had to fill in that whole area where the till paint is because I was an idiot and I painted around the IKEA basket without taking the bracket off the wall. If I don't fill it in, if I just fill the holes in, you're going to see the paint lines. Because it's just, yeah, I've got to cover it all up, otherwise it's not going to be flat and smooth. So to get the best look, do the best job, I had to fill it all in. I was a bit too optimistic. It was still wet by the time I wanted to paint it. It was never going to happen. I should have realised that. So it's still waiting to be painted. So I filmed this today, the day I'm doing the voiceover. I'm hoping to get it out for tomorrow, Saturday. We'll have to wait and see. So it's not going to get painted till probably Monday now. This is what I've done. It's not perfect. I'm not a professional. But it's done the job. And it's gonna look really good, hopefully, when it's been sanded. I've tried to make it as smooth as possible, but yeah, it's not going to get painted today. I was a bit optimistic with that, but it is going to be sanded by the end of the day, ready to paint another time, and that will be just half the job done then, if I can just sand it and that today. The next job, I think I'm going to work my way down the room, so my next job is going to be clearing up the dust, not under the bed, but around the edges of the bed that I can get to. So this is the window frame. I've cleaned it up as best I can. It is a 14-year plus window. It's made of wood and it's been abused by Tiger as well, climbing up it. So that's the best it's gonna look. I don't know when, I'm not going to promise anytime soon, but I would love to fix the windows up because I don't think they're going to replace them. I'll probably have to like wood filler them, sand them, paint them, but that's going to be a long job. That's not going to happen anytime soon, but that would be great to be able to do that. But for now, this is what I'm working with. That is disgusting. So I haven't hoovered down here in a long time, and when Dylan hoovers his room, he just does the main bit. But today I'm going to pick all this stuff up, clean it up, and just clean the carpet as much as I can. Yeah, clean the bit of wall that I can get to that's still got some dust on it. And yeah, so that's the next job. So I've done one side of under his bed. As you can see, that way he's doing, but it's a lot better. There's not a lot I can do about the paint on the skirting boards, but at least it's hidden. Again, my skirting boards need doing anyway. Like 14 plus years old, they're going that yellowy colour. I'd like to paint them, but that's going to take forever. I've got an idea of how I want to clean them up, so hopefully I'll get to do that one day. But right, this is done, and now I've got to do the other side. So that is done. Sorry, I'm squashed on Dylan's bed trying to get a good... Ooh. So that is clean as it's going to get today. And looking a lot better. And now to move on to the next thing, which I'm not even sure what it is until I get off the bed and have a look around. So I think I'm going to put his hats back on there. I'm going to tidy his table, and I'm going to sort this floor out because it's a mess. Needs hoovering. There's my black sack of rubbish. Look at this guy. I've got to clean him up, one of his wrestlers. That was under there. Clean his remotes up. Clean this plug up. I don't even know what that's for. Or it might be the switch actually. So here's a little wrestler before and after. Gave him a good clean up. And then I started on Dylan's floor. I had crisp packets on. I did empty his bin off camera. It was jam-packed full of rubbish. And I have asked him to empty it the last couple of days, and he hasn't. And then I put away his clothing that was on his desk that I asked him to put away. He has these little drawers for his underwear and socks because he hasn't got a proper wardrobe. It's like a locker, so it's got shelves on. Because he was into wrestling for a bit, I thought, I'll get him a locker to put his clothes in. But then he's full of stuff, so there's not a lot of room for anything else. I put his underwear and socks under his desk. Then I thought I'd give his desk a little tidy up. So then books are revision books that the school gave him. He's had them at least 2 to 3 weeks. They have not moved. So I'm guessing he hasn't read them, looked through them, anything like that. And also there's a book there, the red book. I bought him from Waterstones a few weeks ago. His phone broke. That he had less than 6 months, so he has got another one, but now that's broke. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. But what was I saying? Yeah, I bought him a book from Waterstones a few weeks ago. Cost about 15 quid. He hasn't even took it to school. He hasn't been reading it. So I'm a bit annoyed. He's got to get his reading age up just a little bit. I think he's got the reading age of a 13-year-old and he's 14. I'm not too worried. He's a lot cleverer than me. He knows a lot bigger words than me. He's a bright kid. He's going to get a decent job. But the school are not on my case, but every parents' evening, and like, we got to get this reading age up. He's not going to understand the language in his exams, like his GCSEs. So I know it's important to read, so that's why I get him books from charity shops. I take him to bookshops. I try and encourage his reading. But he is going to do well. I know that for a fact. But I wish he would look at them books. They just have not moved. And I've been asking him to practice piano because he's got the piano book there, but I don't know if he's been doing it. He says he has, but apparently it's every time I'm at work he's been doing it. Oh, I've got some fantastic news while I'm thinking about piano. Dylan's going to be starting back at piano. We are on the road again. A rugby friend of my partner has lent us a car for a few months, but it is more like a car share. He's going to need it back every now and then when he's got his kids. So we've got a car. He can go back to his piano lessons, which I'm so pleased about. And I'm just so happy we're just on the road again. So my partner picked up the car tonight. And tomorrow we're going off to see Queen in Bournemouth for the weekend. So we're seeing Queen on the Saturday. We're staying at a hotel. We're going to be seeing family. I'm going with family. And my partner's going to take us in the new car to my family's house, and then we're going to go off. So pretty exciting weekend. So if you've been around for a while, you know for Christmas, for part of Dylan's for Christmas present, we got him a trip to go and see Queen in Bournemouth, and tomorrow's the day we go. So we've been waiting a while, but finally it's here. He's excited. He's going with his uncle, which is a few years older than him, and my mum, my sister, my stepdad and my dad's partner are going. So it's going to be fun, and we're going to be seeing family, my sister and her kids. So here's the table. Sorry, it's still a bit wet from where I cleaned it, but that is the table all tidied up as best it's going to be. I think we need another sort out in his room. So I folded them up because they're in the way of the door, but to be fair, the door does pop open. I don't know why. It won't shut properly. But I would like him to sort all that stuff out under his desk. He's got a lot of stuff. I do have to keep telling him every now and then, you have got small rooms, you've got to be careful of what you've got. Now this, I haven't shared with you yet. So he used to have some IKEA baskets here as well. So I filled this in. There's the basket. So I took it off, filled it in like I did with the other wall. But I made the mistake of, I had some white paint. I thought I'd paint it white, but Dylan wanted it red. So the white paint was still wet, so I wiped off as much as possible. So for a while now his wall has looked a state, but today is the day I'm painting over it. So this isn't a complete colour match. They don't have the paint that I used for Dylan's wall, but they do have this one. I can't remember what the colour's called. Chelsea something, I think. But I will put it on the screen. But this is a really, really good match. I think it is practically the same paint, it's just got a different name now. So I'm painting over the white and painting over the field bit. But the field bit does need one more coat, but that is going to have to wait till Monday. But I'm so pleased with the outcome. By the end you can see what it's going to look like. You can see it looks good. I just wish I never tried painting it white, then the wall wouldn't have been so horrible for Dylan for the past few weeks. But I'm just so pleased I've managed to find the time to get it done, because I thought if I'm basically deep cleaning his room, I'm going to paint it as well. I'm going to sort it all out. I've still got to paint Sophia's room. I've got the paint. I just need to... She's got Play-Doh on the wall now. But because I'm going away and this took up my day today, on Monday I'm going to have to do what I can in Dylan's room. Then I would love to get to Sophia's room. I don't think I'll be able to paint it on the Monday, but I'll be able to give it a good clean. So I did pull out his little wardrobe, his little locker where he puts his clothes, and paint behind there. Well, actually, that's just before I painted, so like you can see, that is a good colour match. And then I decided to dust off his TV and the TV stand while I was waiting for the paint to dry. So I finally got to use my new Astonish. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Fresh Breeze or something. And it was only 75p a few weeks back in Poundland. They might still have it, I'm not sure. But I also wanted to say, it seems like a good idea, but try and put as less holes in your wall as possible, because down the line it is a pain. Like that wall, should we say, is going to be a bit textured now. It's not going to be nice and smooth. Probably needs replastering or something. So just think about it when you're putting pictures up, shelves up. Like, how long down the line are you going to have them up? Because now that wall, it's not ruined, but it's not nice, if you know what I mean. But I got it looking pretty good. But I used, I don't know what they're called, you know the wall plugs, the silver ones that you screw in? I use those, and you cannot get them out, or you can't get them out without damaging a wall. So I've got one stuck in there now, which is okay. I could hang a picture over it to cover it, or use it for something, which I'm going to do. I'm going to hang a picture up there to hide it, but it is now stuck in that wall. I can't get it out. So when you're putting things up, please think about it. So these shells need dusting majorly. I haven't done them in a very, very, very long time, as you can see there. I've just done a before and after, because by this point I'd had it. I've been in Dylan's room for about 4 hours at this point, and I was all right at first, but then my momentum just went downhill. I slowed right down. I just didn't want to be in there. I was fed up. But I thought, I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving it half done, and I don't want Dylan in a room like this. So I just, yeah. You know when you think a room's clean or half clean, it's okay, then you discover it's disgusting. I wish I'd shown you the before and after of the window as well, because that was disgusting. But now I'm just going to have to keep on top of it, like once a month, clean down the window, check for dust. Just, yeah, I'm going to have to keep on top of it. So that was like the before and after of that wall. It does need another coat, but that's going to have to wait till Monday. It was still damp, but I think that looks pretty good. And then I hoovered Dylan's room, but at this point Sophia had come in. She's on his gaming chair there with a tablet. She wanted to get involved. So I don't know what was going on with this Hoover. It was playing me up. It wasn't picking up things that great. I should have just got my old Hetty Hoover out. As you can see, it just didn't really like it. The red light was flashing as well, like the battery was running low when I had it on the rest of the Hoover. So I think there's a blockage, because it's fine when I'm using it like this. But as you can see, it's not fully picking stuff up. It's always getting blocked, but it is good for this room. Well, normally. It's really good at picking stuff up. Perfect for this carpet. So I hate filming in this room because it's hard to find a good angle, because like the bathroom, there's no room to swing a cat in here. So now I'm just putting clean sheets on Dylan's bed. I think this is a double sheet and it's a small double bed, so there's a lot of sheet left, if that makes sense. And then here's Dylan's new PlayStation covers he got for Christmas. He's had them on there a couple of times now. They're quite nice and they dry really quickly as well. So I put them on to wash while I was doing Dylan's room. I did put them in the dryer for 10 minutes and then they were just dry and they were all ready to go. And then as soon as I made the bed, Sophia jumped on it. I don't blame her, because I felt like getting in and going to bed myself. I was so done at this point. If I could have, I would have given up. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. Got to get this all done. I wanted Dylan to have a nice room to come back to. So here is the finished room. Well, nearly finished room. There's a lot I've got to do on Monday. But as you see, that's how small it is. He's got that chair in there, guitar in there. It's a small room. We managed to squeeze a lot in there. So as you can see, the paint, I think it's nearly dry there and it's looking really good. You wouldn't have known there was holes in the wall. So I'm hoping the other side of the wall will look the same. And there's his little amp and guitar that he loves. Here's the rest of the room. And that scooter, he wanted this scooter and then he doesn't even use it. But I was pleased with myself when it was done and how much I'd done. No matter how tired and fed up I was, I did a lot in his room that day. And I'm thinking that some of the whites come off there. I don't know if I want to recover the top, because I've got lots of vinyl and I'm not sure if I should cover it or not. What do you think? But I'm hoping that side of the room can look as smooth and nice as the other side. And there's little Sophia sat on the bed. But that is it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be finishing it up on Monday.